Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Halloween special pick a card reading. So, I'm very sorry for the poor Halloween setup, but I don't have a special table or altar to do tarot readings, so this will have to do. I hope you guys don't mind. And today's topic is going to be a little heavy, a little meaty, because we are going to talk about what do you need to break free from. So this can be a toxic relationship, abusive family situation, or maybe some really heavy burden that you just unable to bear alone, and you need to seek help or something, but you may not be aware of it. So I was inspired by this because we are in Halloween season, so I tried to pick spooky topics to cover. I think you are familiar with the term sleep paralysis, in which you feel like there is some spirit sitting on top of you while you are sleeping and causing you to feel unable to, like, you are aware that you are awake, but you cannot wake up from your bed because some spirit is sitting on top of your body. So I believe that in life we often have this kind of situation in which we know that we have to break free from something that hinders us, that suffocate us, that choke us spiritually, mentally, and drive us crazy. But sometimes we feel like we are powerless to change the situation. So hopefully this pick a card reading can help you in finding a solution to that issue. So we have 4 piles here. This is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, this is pile number 3, and this is pile number 4. There are no objects this time, just 1, 2, 3, 4. You can pause this video and pick one pile that resonates most with you, that calls you the most. Don't think too much, just pick based on your gut instinct, and I will start reading pile number 1. Okay, so for those of you who choose pile number 1, so let's see what your situation is. What situation, what relationship that you need to break free from, like right now. Okay, so first we will look at what the situation is. Okay, so we have Queen of Cups reverse. Now one note about this card, I never read reversal with this deck, with this Bohemian Gothic Tarot, because the deck is so rich and so deep that I don't need to read that in reversal. But this, when I shuffle for you, pile 1, this card flipped over and fell to the floor in this condition. So I think for pile 1, this is your main situation. Queen of Cups reverse. I'm sorry for the glare. Okay, so Queen of Cups, when Queen of Cups is upright, she is the model of a compassionate, sensual, intuitive, empathic woman. She loves beauty. She loves she just love. Okay, she's just a walking like love in on 2 feet. Okay, she is just an embodiment of love. She loves music, she loves beauty, she loves animal. She is very empathetic. But if she is reversed, it means that she is too smothering, she is too controlling, she is possessive, she is jealous, she is bitter. So all the loving emotion that is usually represented by the Queen of Cups is being reversed. So she is probably what you will call an overprotective mother, or a woman who wants everything to stay the same as it is, and and she will do all in her power to make everything stay the same. So maybe this is your own mother. Maybe she can, okay, let's see the other cards first. So we have 10 of Cups upright and 10 of Pentacles upright. So 10 of Cups upright is like, okay, this 10 of Cups is really funny because usually 10 of Cups shows these four, little family, husband, wife, and children looking at rainbow in the sky, and usually they are depicted in the Rider-Waite as facing away from the camera and facing to the rainbow in the sky, so we cannot see their face. But now we can see their face, and their face don't look too happy. So what's wrong? I mean, the 10 of Cups is like they already have everything. They have kids, they have house, they are rich. So what's wrong? Like something is wrong. So it's like there is one woman in your family, maybe your mother, maybe your mother-in-law, I don't know. Even though everything is okay in the family, but she is not satisfied with something. Like maybe she is feeling left out in the family, maybe she feels like she is not needed anymore, I don't know. But obviously she is causing a lot of distress in the family, and possibly you get the brunt of their anger or bitterness, because in the 10 of Pentacles it feels like you want to run away and leave everything here because you cannot stand this woman. She is too controlling, too smothering. So this is some kind of a toxic family situation because of this Queen of Cups. Maybe she cannot accept that her children have left the nest and have a family on their own, and they want everything to stay the same. They want to control their family, and they want to control the privacy of their children's families. So I think that's the problem that you need to face here. And how do you get out of this situation? Because obviously you cannot leave your husband or your wife because of this mother. I mean, you cannot leave your family if this is your own mother, or if this is your mother-in-law. I mean, if it's your mother-in-law, maybe she often comes to your house and everything, and you have to like persuade your spouse to move out, but maybe they feel hesitant. They don't want to leave their mother because their mother is probably old and ill and whatever. So how do you get out of this situation? We have Page of Pentacles. So this Page of Pentacles is on a crossroad, and this symbolize moving away, moving out of home, like leaving the nest to find your own good fortune, and like determining where your next course is going to be, where your next path is going to be. And this young Page of Pentacles is not worried because he looks like someone, or she looks like someone who is being protected by the fortunes, by the gods and goddess, and she's not worried because she knows that her needs will be met as long as she keeps trudging forward and, you know, moving forward and keep working to earn her money. She knows that she will not lack anything. So this looks like a continuation of this 10 of Pentacles. So you already have everything, but there is something that you cannot like. There is no more happiness in this house because of this Queen of Cups reverse, whoever she is, and so you have to leave. Otherwise this situation will become too suffocating for you. And yes, it looks like the only way is to leave. So let's see the other cards. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is about using all your skill to make a living, to perfect your skill, doing something that you enjoy, growing it into a business. It's about persistence, it's about diligence, it's about practicing, it's about consistent practice. So what I'm getting from here is that if this is your mother-in-law, then there is no other way but you have to persuade your partner to move out from this house and like open your own business. Don't depend on this figure, this family heritage. Don't depend on them, but like carve your own way. And yes, you have to be persistent, you have to be willing to start from scratch, because Page of Pentacles symbolize a beginning, something new, a new endeavor. So you need to start from scratch, but you and your spouse, or maybe just you, if this is your own mother, you have all the necessary skill, you have the strength and the persistence and the resilience to build this new life of your own. And the last card is the Hierophant. So Hierophant is a guru, a mentor, some spiritual leader, someone you can look up to. Sorry, I cannot speak. Someone you can look up to, maybe some figure who is respected. And I'm also hearing protector. So if there is someone older that you can trust, that even this Queen of Cups won't dare to touch, like if this is your mother and they don't want you to leave the house, they want you to marry off with someone rich and won't let you have your own life that you desire, then you need to seek someone who even your mother or your mother-in-law respect. Or by the way, this, I'm sorry, I should have said this from the beginning, this doesn't necessarily need to be a mother or a woman, but the energy is the Queen of Cups. It's Queen of Cups reverse, to be exact. Jealousy, bitterness, like envy, and all things like that. Controlling, smothering, pretending that their kids are not adults, that they are overprotective and over intrusive, something like that. So you need a counselor, someone who can give advice to this Queen of Cups and who can help you and your spouse or your siblings, if this is your own parent, to find your own way, to guide you, to teach you, so that you can live independently and get out of this toxic situation, this over controlling parent. Okay, and then your oracle advice, lightning. So lightning is a sudden change. So with this Hierophant card, I believe also that you are being protected and you are being guided by the divine in releasing or removing yourself from this toxic family situation. And I believe that there is something shocking that will help you to turn this situation around. So trust in divine timing. I'm just going to check what the book meaning, the meaning of this card from the guidebook. Okay, let's see. Lightning, right? I think that this is more like the Tower. So if you don't move from this situation, then the situation will resolve itself, but it's in not so pleasing way. Yes, instant and divine intervention. A message for the observer to wake up and pay attention to his or her surrounding. Yeah, so you have to be prepared, because, or rather maybe your mother-in-law or your parent-in-law must be prepared for the eventuality that this family has changed. They have to accept that reality that they are in denial about, and the universe is going to make sure that they learn the lesson, and you are being protected against this. So just trust your path, make action. try your best to become independent. If you are not unable to leave the house, at least start something quietly, like try to build your own empire, like without the knowledge of your controlling parent, and with the guidance of a mentor, and they will the divine will guide you and will do something to release you from this situation. Yes, you are good enough. So possibly your parent is someone who treats you like a little child, so they believe that you need them and you will not survive without them, and so it's your job to prove yourself, but in a way that will help your parent to gradually understand. So you need the help of a third party, and the divine intervention will also resolve this for you. Just believe that you are good enough, and that don't believe what your parent say about you when they put you down, when they doubt you, when they say that you cannot live without them, you are useless, you are lazy or whatever. Don't listen to them, because the universe knows better. You are enough and you can leave this situation, and they will help you, they will guide you, okay, with the help of this mentor. So I hope that answers your dilemma, pile number 1. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. You can also donate to this channel if you want. The link is down below in the description box. So have a great time, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Okay, so now we are moving on to pile number 2. So, what is a situation, relationship, or any kind of thing you are in that you need to break away from, that you need to release yourself from? Let's see. So, the first 3 tarot cards will tell you your situation. So, we have the Hangman first and foremost. This card is also a jumper. When I shuffle for you, this card just flew out. So, I believe that you are being stuck. You are being stuck because you know the situation is changing, but you feel like you are at odds with this situation, or rather, the situation has not changed, but you have changed. That's why you are upside down. You are between 2 worlds. So you feel like your current situation, even though there's nothing bad happening, everything seems to be okay, everything seems to be tranquil, but you feel like there is something wrong with me. Like you feel, what's happening to me? Why I don't like this situation anymore? Why I don't like this place anymore? And you are searching for the answer, but it's like okay, let's see the other card. Okay, the Tower. So a sudden change. And 5 of Cups is like, 5 of Cups is usually a card about loss and about not being able to move on from the loss, and like trying to see the good in the bad. So maybe something recently. Okay, so this is the theme, rather. It should be like this, right? Yeah. So the position should be like this, because this is the center, the heart of the matter. Okay, I'll just put it this way. Alright. So you don't want to accept that this situation have changed, and you have to adjust yourself. Like you are literally being stuck. But this is actually not really something that you. Okay, so this is not really something that you need to break away from. I mean, of course, you cannot stay in this state forever. Like, sooner or later, you will understand that you have changed, and you have to follow that your inner guidance. Otherwise, the situation, this stillness, I feel like there is something brewing below the surface, and like the universe will strike you, like not strike you, but like the change in the situation when it comes, it will shock you, it will shock your foundation, and you will feel lost, and you will feel so much sadness and grief, because the situation that you have tried to maintain for so long eventually has to go, eventually has to be kind of being rebuilt, okay, kind of being rebuilt. So I'm just trying to find out why you need to break out from this, because to me it seems like a natural progression, like this is what is going to happen nevertheless. So there's nothing that you can really do about this. There's nothing that you you cannot force yourself to accept the change, because like you are still you are still between worlds, so you cannot really move on yet from your old world, because you have been in it for so long, and you are still figuring out what is happening, what is going on. So this is like a natural progression, because anyway, like pile 1, the divine will intervene, will change everything, and will cause you so much grief. So if anything, I think that what you need to break away from is this feeling that you cannot accept the change, because 5 of Cups is about grief, it's about not being able to move on, because you are still mourning the death, you are still mourning the loss. I'm just trying to show you what this card is like. Yeah, so it's not very clear whether these flowers are dead or alive, but I think that in order to break away from your situation, you need to see, because this card feels somber, but there is some sunshine breaking in, so you have to kind of see the sunlight instead of focusing on these dead flowers or whatever. So you there will be more flowers growing because of the sunlight that comes into the garden, and that's what you need to focus on, so that you can remove yourself from this dreary situation, and so that you can accept that nothing stay the same. So in a way, this is similar to pile 1 with this overbearing parent or mother figure who cannot accept change in their family. But in this way, you are not hurting other people, but like you are in a state of grief, because your world is not the same anymore, because you need to leave this tranquil situation, and you need to change your whole lifestyle to adapt to your spiritual, your growth as a person. So how do you break free from this grief, from this somber situation because of the sudden and most probably unwelcome change? So we have the Page of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. So this ray of sunshine reminds me of this. So there will be something good coming, and you have to keep your eyes peeled on that. So you need to not to mourn what has passed, but you need to see the future, the promise that the future holds for you, the new promise, the new life. You have to accept that, even though you may start from ground zero, but it's going to be so much better, so much happier, so much promising. And you see all the green field there, like it's like this dead flower, this dead bush will come alive again, and you have to focus on that instead of what has passed. Okay, And we have the star, and this is the best card in the major arcana and in the whole tarot to me, because the star is about healing. It's about recovering after the storm. So I think the star comes after the tower. Yeah, I believe that the star comes after the tower, and it's right beneath the tower. Oh my god. So guys, don't mourn what has lost. And you have another 5 of cups. So yeah, you are in a state of grief and disbelief, and it's like you don't want to believe that this has end. You don't want to believe that you have changed, that your life is not the same anymore, and that you are not meant for this life anymore. You don't want to accept that, because we have 5 of cups. So you are just in denial about the situation, and you refuse to see the good things. You mourn these 3 cups that have fallen, but you don't see the beautiful sea, the beautiful landscape, the food, the balloon. It can also be that you feel lonely. Maybe all this time you feel like you don't need love, and suddenly you need love and you feel lonely and whatever. That's why the tower came. Like, you realize that you need people in your life and you cannot just live alone. But the universe has promised a healing, and there is something good coming for you, because you have learned the lesson, and this is not going to stay in this state forever. There is going to be some opportunity. So that's why this opportunity only comes like maybe if you don't see them, you will miss them, and like you will be in perpetual state of sadness. So make sure that you see this ray of sunlight. Make sure that you keep your eyes peeled on any opportunity that will bring you out of this dark situation. And if you accept that opportunity, healing will come to you. And you will be able to move out from this grief, whatever it is, over some spilled milk, over something that has ended. So it may be a love situation. It can be anything, really. It can be your job ending. But since this is cup, I believe this is about the love. But yeah, something new is coming. It can be anything, but it will bring you healing. It will bring you inspiration, and so you need to be open to that and not focusing on this spilled milk, okay? Because life must go on. So you have crystal ball. Let me see what this means. I think this crystal ball means that something mysterious is coming your way, and it's going to be good. Okay. The crystal ball in a reading indicates the necessity to find out information that cannot be seen by the naked eye. Alright, so this talks about the past, but for me, I think this crystal ball means that this is part of the divine plan. So you have to understand that. You have to, the star is also about divine energy, divine inspiration. So you need to meditate and talk to God, pray, and like not staying in this grief, but like asking God, please help me to understand this situation, understand the big picture. So that's what crystal ball is all about. It's like you need to tap into your spiritual side in order to understand, in order to see in this crystal ball what is actually happening, why these are happening, what's the reason. And like the divine will help you, will answer you, will help you see why you have to go through all this. And maybe they will not reveal the whole mystery right away, but like they will help you accept and understand that this needs to end. Like at least you can understand that this needs to end. So we have also, you are very close to achieving your goal. Hang on a minute. I just want to make sure that I'm not picking the wrong pile. Nope. Right, so you have to believe that you are very close to achieving your goal and hold your vision. Okay, so I think this means, oh, and just look at that. So don't mourn your loss because you are very close to achieving your goal. I believe that this has to do with this. So this has to end in order for you to get something else that is better and something that you have always wanted. So hold your vision means that you should not give up now. Don't give up like just because one door has closed, one life, one cycle has been completed and end, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that you have to feel like your whole life has ended, because this is just a cycle, and what is coming is going to be so much better, and it's going to be in alignment with who you truly are, with your vision, your maybe your long time dream that you have given up. It's going to be like this all happens so that the universe can align you back to your true calling. So I have a feeling that whatever this tower is that have fallen down, it's a life that you built in your adult life that you actually don't really like, but maybe you have become so used to it, so that when it ended, when you reach spiritual awakening, and this does not satisfy you anymore, and the universe just strike it down, like cut the cord, and you mourn because you have known this life, all your adult life, but you have forgotten who you really are. Hold your vision. So you have to remember. So in this case, crystal ball reminds you also who you were before life happens. So who you were before life happens, and it's now time to go back to that, okay, to go back to your original vision, because you are close, you are very close. So don't give up just yet, okay. This can also mean that, yeah, maybe you love your job, and like, or maybe you think you love your job and it has ended, like you are being terminated or something, or you have to quit because of family issues or whatever. But this something new is just around the corner, okay. Something new is just around the corner, and it's going to bring you one step closer to your original dream, okay. So pile number 2, that is your message, what you need to break away from and how. I hope you like this video. Please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to donate if you want to keep this channel going. The link is down below. I'll see you in the next reading, and thank you for watching. Bye. Alright, so if you choose pile number 3, let's see what you need to break away from. What situation do you need to release that needs to end, okay, basically. So we have, let's see, the first 3 tarot cards. We have 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands, and King of Swords. So the first thought that came into my mind is a controlling father. Because why? Because you see, okay, first of all, this card, there are 3 little girls here, beautiful girls, creepy girls, and they have been bitten by vampires, which is creepy. And maybe they have grown into vampire ladies here. 3 women, 3 young women, these 3 girls have grown up. 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands. And Wands is about stability, it's about victory, it's about celebration. But look at this creepy figure at the top. It's a male. And it's possibly the bat that has bitten these 3 girls, okay? This is why I love this deck, because it's so rich. But anyway, I believe that this figure at the top of the castle is also this King of Swords. So I believe that you are in some, yeah, this is some dark situation, and I hope that this is not true for your case. I hope that this is just a controlling father and not an abusive father. Okay? Because, you know, it's like he makes his daughters his trophy. Can also be does not necessarily daughters, but like their whole family. They are very controlling over their whole family, especially the women. Like they have to be submissive to him, and you know, because this is a ultimate masculine energy, the King of Swords, Aquarius, and they never show love. So either you have a abusive father, a distant father, a stern father, someone who has never shown emotion and like want you to uplift his empire. Like maybe this person is also a narcissist. They want you to live up to their expectation, and this has caused you a very serious burden because you feel like you are being imprisoned in all this richness and legacy of your father or someone controlling in your life, a male figure. That's the first thing that I got from here, and actually it's the only thing that I can think of. So if that's the case, what you should do to break away from this situation, because it's likely that this is not a person that you want to cross, right? Because it's going to give you so much trouble. All right, we have the Queen of Swords. This can be your mother. So if your mother is also in here, in this situation, your mother has to grow a steel bone to match this King of Swords and not to become a passive subject. Or if it's you, then you need to develop your you need to know your enemy. Okay, in this case, your father or this male figure in your family or in your workplace or whatever, I don't know, but I believe that this is family because this talks about wedding. This is the wedding card, family card. These are all about celebration and about family. So I believe that this is some father figure. You need to become their match and you need to understand them. So you see they are holding swords. So in order to battle the supremacy, the dominance of this male figure, you have to understand them. You have to understand their way of thinking and fighting them in their own terms. So if find their weak spots, you have to learn a lot. You have to study. So if this male figure is knows a lot about law and they use the law to their own selfish ambition, then you need to understand law in order for you to bring justice to your situation. You have to fight this male figure and you have to study. You have to study, or you have to find a lawyer literally who will sympathize with you, because this is a female lawyer who can fight this over this male figure. Okay, I don't know exactly. I forgot the exact sequence of this card, but right, there are some things that you need to keep away from them. Obviously, you need to keep away this Queen of Swords from them. Like you need to study about them, but stealthily. Okay, so maybe it's like this. Yeah. So these are all swords. This is mind game. You need to defeat this man using your mind, because they will not, you cannot fight them by force, by passion. You cannot fight them by love. No, because they don't have emotion. Like, or maybe they have, but they have grown cold and ruthless. So you have to be stealthy. You have to study a lot so that you can find their weak spot and leave them, how do you call, to get away from them by using your knowledge of this person and your situation. Maybe you can use the law to turn the table, to Maybe you can use the authority. Even if this person is abusive, you can fight using the law so that you can keep this person at bay. So if you seek a divorce from this situation, or if you want to run from this abusive situation, then you need to study the law. See here, all books everywhere and scrolls. You need to study a lot so that you can find articles or laws that can help you get away from this situation. So let's see what your oracle advice are. We have Witch Circle and Book of Shadow. Okay, Book of Shadow talks about secrets of the witches. So again, secret. You have to keep your secret. You have to keep your plan a secret from this guy, from this male figure, because otherwise they will imprison you. So Book of Shadow, it's also about protective spell and everything. So if you believe in the occult, if you believe in witch and wizardry, then maybe you can see Witch Circle. Find your tribe. Find your friends to help you, to protect you from this energy, from this abusive, stern male figure. You have to keep this plan a secret, and you have to ask your friends to help you to fight this person. And you may also need to fight them, like maybe on court. You can fight them with, you have to fight them with law, with communication. But with the Book of Shadow, you can also pray, set intention, like set a witch circle if you are into those things, to protect you against them. Because sometimes we need the universe to help us. We cannot do everything alone. But you need to do your part, and then you ask your friend and you ask the universe to help you, protect you from them. But you need to get away from this situation, and you need to keep this a secret. Right, a time to give rather than take, and a new romantic cycle begins. So what I'm thinking about this is that it's a time to fight rather than being passive. Okay, it's the time for you to fight. New moon in Virgo, like be meticulous. Virgo is very meticulous, very structured. You have to set a plan, see a plan to fight this person, because this person is very intelligent. You have to fight them with intelligence as well. So time to give a time to fight rather than being passive. And then a new romantic cycle. This is about justice. So justice will be served. And this also means that you need to seek legal protection. You need to find a lawyer, a really good lawyer, or someone in your circle of friends who can help you. Find a good lawyer or a good legal representative, so that you can seek justice for yourself, seek protection in law, know about your rights, know about your rights, and about what behavior can be categorized as being abusive, controlling, violating. Wow, pile number 3, your situation is really complicated, but I feel drawn to pull another card for you, really. But okay, let's see. I just want to give you hope in this situation. But a new romantic cycle begins means that the scale will even itself. Like justice is not blind, God is not blind, the universe is not blind. They will help you out of the situation. So let's see if I can find a message for you to help you get through these difficult times. So pile number 3, what's your hope in this situation? What's the universe message for you in this situation? What's the universe word of hope and encouragement in this situation? Eye of Horus. I think this is about protection, if I'm not mistaken. So you are protected. You are protected. Don't worry. Eye of Horus. Let me see. Okay. Protection, wisdom, healing, and revelation. Alright, so this means that, yeah, aside from fighting this person in a legal system, in court or whatever, or using intelligence to defeat them in their own terms, you also need to ask the universe to protect you and give you wisdom so that you will know how to defeat this person and how to protect yourself from this person. And also you need to ask the universe to give you a protection circle so that you will be able to find a way to defeat this person and break free from good. So this is all about divine protection, wisdom, healing that will be given to you so that you can break free from this situation. Okay, so pile number 3, that is a very heavy but amazing reading. I wish you all the best. I hope you this reading resonate and help you. If you love this reading, then give me a like and subscribe to my channel, and the donation link is down below if you are willing to donate. But I wish you all the best in your situation. Take care. I hope you win, and thank you for watching. Alright, pile number 4. So if you choose pile number 4, the last pile, let's see what situation you need to break away from. What do you need to release yourself from? So, first 3 cards is your situation. We have the Fool, interesting, the Chariot, and the 7 of Cups. Right. So, the Fool is the card that jumped out, and this is surprising. This sets the tone for the this question about what is it you need to get away from. The Fool. Which is funny because the Fool is always a card that when you ask, how do I get away from a situation? The answer is actually the Fool. Like, you have to just, start a new life, like be happy, go lucky and all that. But in this case, be happy, go lucky is not the solution, but it's the problem. So what's the problem? I think this means that your mind, you are at war with yourself. You have high dreams. You 7 of Cups. She is down below and like she's looking at the moon, and maybe she is seeing things like illusions, or maybe like she is being, this is sometimes a delusional card. Okay, but the Fool means that you are literally the Fool. Please don't take this personally. Like, you are literally the Fool. You don't have plans. You don't have skills. You don't have experience. And you are dreaming all these big things, but you don't know how to. Like, you just want to jump into it without planning. So this is the Fool, that the shadow side of the Fool. Like, you want to jump into the situation. You are impatient, but you are following your heart and not your logic. And for this Chariot to move forward, you have to have both sides of the cart running. The horses or the wheels have to turn in harmony, have to be in sync. And your heart and your mind is not in sync at this time. Like, your heart, you dream all these big things, but your mind, you are not like, I will find a way when as I go along. Like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and in this case, it will do more harm than good, which is funny because a lot of tarot readings often suggest that you jump first, you take that leap of faith, which is the Fool, and then you will figure out the how later. But in this case, it's not the best solution, right? Or it can also be that Your heart knows that you need to just do it, but your mind kind of hold back. So it can be two situations. So let's see how you can get out of this situation. Alright, it just occurred in my mind that this can also be a situation in which you are probably feeling aimless. Like, okay, this is what you need to get away from. This is the answer. And these are the clarification. It's like you don't know where to go. You want to go somewhere. And you are ready. Like, you are ready to begin an adventure, but you don't have an objective or aim. Like, you are still confused what you want to do. And so you are stuck. That can also be your problem. So you don't have a clear plan or clear objective, or maybe your life is just aimless, like you are just drinking and imagining and just like you are drifting from one place to another. You never settle, right? You never settle, like where I'm going to go next. I don't know, I just go. And then when you arrive in one place, you work for like 1 or 2 years, and then you get bored, and then you go again. Like, your life is aimless, maybe. It doesn't have one fixed objective. It doesn't have a purpose. I'm sorry for being harsh, but that's what I see. Because why? Because in the advice of how you get out of this situation, we have this mother figure. So I believe that there are people, your family maybe, who care for you and who wants you to not live aimlessly, but like starting to have purpose. But we also see fears here. So this can be the fears of your mother or your family about your aimless life, or this can also be fears of commitment. So maybe you're living life aimlessly because you are afraid of staying in one place, afraid of commitment. You just want to live like this peacefully, and doing whatever you like. And like, the Queen of Cups, I think these are the same person. Like, you just want to live in paradise. That's why you keep moving from one place to another. But it's or it can also be, I'm just trying to look at different angles. So maybe you just like to live in paradise, doing whatever you like, and you don't want to commit because commitment is scary to you. Like, once you feel tied down in a place, you move again, right? But this Ace of Wands, I believe that you are a very creative person. So actually, finds, like, seriously, this has music and botany and writing and painting. See the what do you call here? I forgot what it's called, but it's painter's tools. But yeah, you have a lot of artistic gift. Why don't you just choose one and be consistent with that? Yeah, because you are afraid of commitment. You just want to be happy-go-lucky, being friends with animals, and to live in a paradise, in a secluded place. And like, when you get bored, you move again. But you never stop to think what you can do with your powers. You have so much potential, but it never develops because you are never settled. And this is what you need to, this is how you get out of this. I believe that this has caused you, this life has caused you, has finally taken its toll on you. Like, you are actually tired of living aimlessly, but you are afraid of commitment, of settling down in one place. Or maybe you are afraid of something. You are afraid of disappointment, of never reaching your potential. That's why you never settle on one thing. But really, you have all the tools. You just have to focus on one. Let's see what the oracle card said. We have Spider. So spider is, so this is the advice for you. Learn to commit, okay? Please learn to commit on something, on an idea, and work consistently, like a spider building its web. It's like the web starts from a single thread, and like the spider keeps waving and waving, and it becomes a complete trap. And that's what you must do. Learn from the spider. Learn their persistence, their hard work, their just learn how to, how to drive that chariot so that it will not, sway here and there, but like be consistent for once in your life, because you have great powers. You are supposed to do something with it. This Ace of Wands, it can inspire many people. You can inspire people through your art, your music, anything. You are a very creative person. Just settle on one and work hard through it. And if you feel bored, you can do other things, but make one your main focus. Because living aimlessly like this, it will not bring you anywhere. It will only bring you suffering later. So this also means you create your own reality. So if you are moving through this cycle over and over, like never settling, like staying in one place and then feeling suffocated and moving back again, and you are going to literally choke yourself in your spider web. Your web will, you will get entangled in your own web. So you decide how you will create your reality. Will you make a structure out of it? Like, will you choose one aim and then build your web around it? Or will you live aimlessly, like just weaving your thread aimlessly, and before you know it, you get entrapped in your own web? So you wouldn't want that, okay? So just focus on one thing and work through it with structure, with plan, with consistency. Don't just live aimlessly. Like following your heart 100% will make you get tossed and turned by emotion, because I see a lot of water here. And once you think about making plans, you get very scared and then you just flip. So please don't follow your emotion. Your emotion is like tossing you back and forth aimlessly. Just find a focus, find your passion. Just one passion will be enough, and then work through it. And you have belief in the impossible. So I'm thinking that maybe it's your fear of failure. Sorry, I cannot speak. Your fear of failure that makes you live aimlessly, because you are afraid that when you try something, you will hope too much, and then you will get disappointed. That's why you don't want to commit, because you don't want to be disappointed. You don't want to expect. But this says believe in the impossible. You will never know if you don't try. So follow your true north. Follow one place you want to go. Make everything else in the periphery. Just focus on that one goal, one passion, and work consistently through it. And believe in the impossible. Yes, of course, there will be setbacks. But the spider is telling you that if you work consistently, you will be rewarded. There will be something coming out of it. So identify your strength. What is it that give you the most passion out of all your hobbies? What is it that you want the most in the world? And work on that one passion. Because passion and hard work will get you the impossible. So that's the advice that I have for you. I don't think I have another. No? Yeah. So I hope you get it. Pile number 4. This is what you need to break free from this vicious cycle of living aimlessly, and to direct your mind to one purpose, one focus, one passion. I hope you like this video. I hope you find it helpful. Please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Also, I receive a donation. The link is down below. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day. Bye.